getting ready. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, I'm good. I got a coffee up here. Oh, you're drinking Lucky, not Budweiser.
I don't have any buds, so there's been so many people leaving beers in the fridge. I'm just like, well, whatever. I don't mind Lucky every now and again. I don't mind a Lucky every now and again. Super Bowl Sunday must oblige. So funny, I didn't watch any football this season, but I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl.
I was gonna say.
I mean, the Seahawks are in it too, so go Seahawks.
There we go.
Last time, a couple streams ago, I shouted out. I shouted out that. No, I didn't predict it. I don't know enough to predict that stuff, but I gave a shout out to the Seattle Seahawks because I know they had a stellar year. My brother watches them a lot, so he was telling me about them. I think they had the best record, and now they're obviously they're going all the way. They're trying to go all the way. I try today. All right, let's get into it. I think we're ready here. I think we're prepped and ready to go, folks. How you doing out there?
Great Bitcoin news.
Let's go. Lots of good stuff going on here. So let's do the ear-ret, know what I'm saying? Hey, there's the delay on the hotkey there. I might have to have some settings wrong. All right. Hey, folks. Welcome back to Shirley Sound Studio. My name is Martin. You can call me Marty. This is my show. So let's go. Hope you all are doing well today. We've got AK with us in the house. What's up, Eddie?
Hey.
How's it going?
Great. Loving Bitcoin right now. Loving the time.
Day. Very good day to be alive. Very good day to DCA, if that's your thing. Yeah. So honestly, we're going to talk about a few different things today. Okay. So why did Bitcoin go from $126,000 to $59,000, roughly, maybe $60,000, drop of 50%, roughly? And is it going to go lower? And what can we expect for the next following weeks? Oh yeah, and who is Satoshi? What? Oh my goodness, folks! Lots of things to talk about here, and don't rely on anybody unless they're going to show you proof of what they're talking about, right? Because all the media and stuff like that, they literally just make a headline and people believe it, and it blows my mind with absolutely no facts attached. Okay, so let's go. Start by looking at the Bitcoin price here. Oh my God, we're pumping! No, not really, folks. This is just a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart for some entertainment here. Let's zoom out. This is the 4 hour chart. And so,
oh, that's beautiful.
As most people can see and are quite aware now, we are in the DCA zone. I actually had to get rid of the text because it was all over my candles, but it's in there somewhere. Anyways, you can see how long this box is when we zoom in. This is basically what I'm expecting for potentially the next 6 months. Now, the reason I say this is actually that's kind of best case scenario because there's two ways that Bitcoin can go here. I guess there's three ways. There's sideways, up and down, right? But honestly, like the way that everything is going to go, the entire economy, the global economy based on what the United States is trying to do, the current administration, what they're trying to do is going to go one of two ways. Okay, so either the Bitcoin's going to go so Bitcoin's probably going to go down a little bit more in the next 6 months. I mean, that would make sense judging by the higher time frames. I don't think we've bottomed quite yet. There's definitely still more liquidity to be grabbed. There's still more weak hands to shake out. There's still a lot more even just boring price action. There's a lot more to come in a traditional bear market, and that's basically what it comes down to. Are we going to have a traditional bear market that lasts approximately a year, or are we going to have what the United States current administration is going to try and do? You've already seen the firing of Fed Chair Powell and the appointing of a new Fed chair that is supposed to be in Trump's best interest and to like drop interest rates. And basically the guy, I think his name's Welsh, something like that. The guy is known in the financial sector for being hawkish. He wants to ease inflation. He wants to ease the price of assets, and he wants to give power back to the working person. So the hardworking person will benefit off of a higher interest rate scenario, because people won't be able to borrow as much money and make money off their money. They actually need to provide value to make money. And so that's where the hardworking man thrives, because he provides value regardless of interest rates. He goes to work, 40 plus hours a week and actually provides
a service
for the economy, right?
Or the community.
Exactly, right? And so that's kind of the best case scenario for a strong economy, and that's what we saw in the United States and the West in the mid to late 1950s, 60s, 70s, right after basically,
the gold standard,
after World War II, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and then, 71 is when it all came to an end. But the beginning of the end, I should say. But basically, the low interest rates benefit the rich, even though they don't really care about interest rates because they have so much money, but it just allows them to borrow more money and make more money when there's a lower interest rate. So when there's a higher interest rate, it might not affect them financially, but they can just wait for lower interest rates if they want to invest their money, because it's all about investments, right? So lower interest rates, you're going to make more money on your asset investment. Higher interest rates, you're going to make more money on your dollar investment. So we know mathematically that the dollar investment is unsustainable. You can't keep asking for $1.25 every single time you lend out $1 when that 25 cents difference doesn't exist. And the only way to pay that 25 cents off is to print more money, right? So the investment in the dollar, we know, will not last forever simply because of math. And creating more money devalues the current money. So that means the asset prices go up. Okay, so
keep in mind, there used to be $1 and $2 bills, and the change people used to keep in their pockets were a penny, a nickel, and a dime.
Yes.
Now a $20 bill is nothing. It's
kind of crazy how people
you need to think about that.
Well, they seem to lose like the perspective very quickly. Like when I went to the candy, or when I went to the corner store to get candy. Back when I was a kid, there was the 1 cent candies, right? Yeah. I would roll there with 10 cents, I would be like, yes.
You remember
like 10 cents,
you
one dime.
What a dollar would get you?
Oh my goodness, a stomach ache.
Yeah, exactly.
Dollar would get you a stomach ache, man.
You had 2-3 days worth of candy
there.
Yeah.
Now it's there are dollar candies.
Well, yeah.
Right. So even the kids are aware of inflation.
Yeah, well, because they can't enjoy being a child like we could.
Yeah, right? Like back in the day, if you saw a dime on the side of the road or a sidewalk or something, you were picking that up. Yes, yes, right.
Yeah, you were fighting
nowadays,
for that.
Nowadays, like, ooh, dime. Yeah, that's basically just trash. Where's the garbage bin? I guess I could pick it up and put it in the garbage bin. I don't know. Like,
why do you think they got?
Trying to clean up the street a little bit.
What they didn't tell you about getting rid of the penny is they tell you, oh well, it's just for your convenience. It's easier. Well, no, it's because. That penny is actually worth 4 cents now with the material used to make it.
Yeah.
So they wanted all their money back because it was an investment.
Yeah. And
they took all the pennies back and made 4 times the amount of money on it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And the
so
same
why
thing
wouldn't
will
have you
happen with
kept
the
your pennies?
Same thing will happen with the nickel, and they want those nickels, especially those nickels. I think it's in like the 50s or the 60s, maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm not a coin guy, but
the silver in them,
exactly.
And everything.
Yeah. The metal itself is worth more than the face value of this thing.
And then they tell you it's for your convenience, so you don't have to carry change. change, and you believe it.
Yeah.
You all walked into a bank, gave away your pennies, and said, take away my money.
Yeah. Except
right?
for those cool people who made floors out of them.
Oh yeah,
Cheers to them.
Oh yeah, now those are worth a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So check this out. I want to show you a little projection here from this guy. So this is kind of like, this is just obviously somebody copy pasted this on and said this is the traditional market. This is how it usually works. This is what the current U.S. administration is trying for.
Yeah.
They want to weaken the dollar and add liquidity with lower interest rates. They are pushing for this. Now, if this happens, this will be good short term. This will be terrible long term. If you're rich, you're going to get richer. If you're poor, you're going to get poorer. Okay, so that's what they're trying to do. And honestly, regardless of your view on blue or red administration, it doesn't matter, because if United States went blue, this would have already happened. Yeah. Sorry to say, that's their gameplay, is print money. Okay, so the red is kind of like a little bit trying to help the working guy out, but they can't because it's mathematically lost. The game is over. The thing that they've been trying to do, the whole United States world reserve currency thing, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't matter who's in charge. It's a losing uphill battle, no matter what.
Which is why they're trying to become the crypto capital of the world.
Yeah. So
I mean, he's not saying it for a reason. The digital currency is here. You've been using it. It's already happening. You just need to get over the dollars. You're going to be using sats or
if this,
some other crap like
that's what
XRP.
I'm saying. Like, if this happens, it's not good. What we need to see right now, healthy market structure, would be a year-long bear move with a bottom somewhere around here. This is my projection at the all-time high that I gave in October when I said, guys, look at this and just understand that this is probably what's going to happen. And of course, this is just a scribble.
Oh, that wasn't even you just
like, I did this when the screen was all black here. There was no data here whatsoever. I just gave a scribble, basically giving you a timeline from the top, which I predicted to the day, which is nuts. I don't know why that happened. I dropped this line on here back when we were over here, I think, probably lower in here. I said, no, the charts look like we're not done yet. This isn't the top. Didn't look like it on the charts. I wasn't convinced. This looks more like the top. So I had dropped this top vertical line on here for the day based on previous cycles and previous tops and bottoms.
Yeah, and you can see that we took a massive dip before hitting that top too. Right?
Yeah, and it was
false top.
That was the bear trap right there.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone went short, and then they got licked before the actual move happened, and that's why I was also convinced that this was the top, because that quick move up was just a short squeeze before the actual move. Now, if you're a trader, moves like this happen on 5-minute time frames, so you can learn years worth of data by studying for hours. Because the same thing that happens on the 5-minute time frame happens on the daily, happens on the weekly, happens on the monthly, happens on the yearly. Okay? So once you understand how the candles work themselves, you take the data that you've learned from the 5-minute chart, or even go down to the 1-minute chart. Where's the 1-minute chart? Go down to the 1-minute chart, and it's doing the same thing. Like, it'll liquidate people before actually moving, like jump down before actually moving up, that type of thing. This is a 1-minute chart, so the smaller the time frame, the less significant it is. But here you go. We were going sideways, and we came down in a quick move down, liquidated a bunch of positions before probably continuing to take this high out.
Yeah, it was going higher,
right?
But
people start stacking on a pattern like this. Like, people are probably looking at this and going, "Oh, look at this little triangle here. I like triangles. Look at this triangle." If this triangle breaks up, people were getting probably overzealous and thinking that this was going to go, they're going to go long here. We're above the moving averages. That's a nice retest. Go long. Or above the POC. Schwammy. No. That's why if you're going to be a pattern trader, at least wait for the pattern to play out. Most people that trade patterns can't be patient enough to let them play out. So, for instance, if you're a pattern trader, you should have waited for this break right here, and you could have got short right there.
Well, just anything, even DCAing. Patience is everything.
Yeah,
here.
Absolutely. The markets are psychology-based data, and it is just a exact sample of the impatient giving to the patient.
No, this is
straight over.
Great year to get into Bitcoin, especially if it's a bear market. Start DCAing and losing. losing a little bit of money, having that feeling of, oh crap,
Well,
I'm down $10.
Pay attention to the SAT number,
Well, that exactly,
right?
right?
Learn how to get off the dollar standard and get onto the Bitcoin standard.
and start seeing what your dollars are being exchanged for in sats
Yeah.
if you want. But don't worry about the loss, because every time it's going down $10 and you're buying $10 more, well, you're just getting 10% more value for your dollar.
Exactly, right?
Right.
So if Bitcoin's at 100K and you buy $100 worth, and it drops down to 50K, you buy $100 worth, you get twice as much Bitcoin.
Yeah, and
For
you,
that.
like, you can't complain about that.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Right now is amazing.
It's an asset just like any other asset. And I'll tell you a quick story here that happened to me recently of people being upset about this current drop that if you were here, you knew this was going to happen. You've been knowing that this is going to happen for a while. So we're not surprised about it. Actually, I was kind of getting nervous that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
But I stuck to my plan, and waited for us to hit the zone before DCAing. But an acquaintance of mine asked me about this recently. He's a bit of an iPhone guy. He's been into the iPhone and Mac computers and stuff forever. And he's like, well, shit, man, like, what do we do now? Like, is it going to go lower, blah, blah, blah. And then I started, like, we were talking back and forth, and I started to explain an analogy to him, and he didn't really understand it as an analogy, as more of just me shifting the conversation. And I said, have you seen the new iPhone and how expensive it is? And not the one that's out now, the one that's coming out this year. And he goes, oh my God, yeah, I saw that thing. I can't believe it, though. It's going to be like so and so. It's so expensive. I don't know if I want to carry on with Apple after this, but I've got so much stuff in Apple and all my stuff's there, and I don't know what to do. It's like, well, yeah, they got you. And,
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking about that, and I was like, okay. So he is, in his brain, we've completely shifted the conversation, and now we're talking about Apple and iPhones and stuff. And then I go, what if that phone that is, he just explained, very desirable to him because of all his data that he's there with already. I said, what if that phone went 50% off? Oh, shit. Yeah, I was still talking about the same conversation, right?
Yeah, whole world has just been shifted looking like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's a great time. I mean,
perspective is everything.
We're being lucky. What is this? The fifth time? This is the fifth once in a lifetime opportunity you're going to be given, right?
Yeah.
And every time we say that, the once in a lifetime opportunity, well, the price is higher.
Mm-hmm.
And higher and higher.
Yeah.
Every time you have this
The
once in a
lows-
lifetime opportunity,
Yeah.
the lows are getting higher. So,
And also, very good thing to point out is the drawdowns are getting lower. Like, so the first drawdown from Bitcoin's first bear market, or first bull market to bear market, was like 96K or 96%.
yeah,
And then the next one was 86%, and the last one was 72%. So this one could be 60%.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's all about the money printing.
stabilizing
So
as it gets older.
We're stabilizing, but we're also fighting against inflation. So the reason it goes up so much is because of greed. And that's another thing that we didn't see very much. Is sure, we saw a 600% rise, but in those other bull markets, we saw thousands of percent, right? So we had, it's maturity. The market is maturing. It also takes more money to move it. So that's proof of maturity.
Yeah, when you have a $2 trillion market cap, or
Yeah, exactly.
whatever,
It takes more money to move the price, right? So it's going to take more money in to move it up. It's going to take more money out to move it down. So therefore, that is just a maturing market, and it happens with all markets. Go all the way back to oil, go all back to gold, the early days and stuff like that. You can see how the volatility is also a sign of the weakening dollar, because you got to remember that everything that we're comparing is based in US dollars. So not only is the value of this asset going up because of inflation, because of more people using it, because of more people getting on the network and strengthening it, it's also going up because of the comparison unit going down, which is the dollar. So the more dollars they print, the less value it has. So there's two reasons for it to be going up, right? And so it's kind of like, even just for that alone, like, why would you want to hold dollars long term if it's literally losing value because they're adding to the supply, losing value because people aren't trusting it anymore, losing value because it doesn't make sense in a digital era that we are currently living in. There's just so many things stacked against the dollar. Why would you?
Yeah, no, I actually was at the bank having a meeting the other day, and at the end of it they go, well, you don't have any money in here. It's like, well, I know. Well, you don't have direct deposit. Like, nothing. There's just nothing here. You have, I'm going in for a line of credit because
I don't
again,
what
a time to be alive it is, right? So
I don't want to keep my money with you. I just want to take money from you.
Yeah, and that's what I told them. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. I told her straight up, I don't have any cash. I have assets, and all of my assets are in another account. So when I get paid, all of my money goes away and goes into assets, and it pays what I need it to pay. So, because again, I don't feel like losing 2% every month or every year.
2 to 6% per year at best. Really,
for
right?
a savings account, that means I'm losing money. You know, I mean,
no, I'm talking. Yeah, you're losing 2 to 6% at best.
And
right?
I'm
You're
not,
probably
I'm not
losing.
getting a raise.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like it's compared to the money that you're making against inflation and with the rates that they're giving you, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Mathematically, it doesn't work. The value is going down. The numbers may look like they're going up, but the actual value that it's providing and you're getting for it is going down. And that's a lot of things that people have a hard time grasping is they're just fixed on the dollar amount.
Yeah, no, your dollar is valueless.
They don't understand true value.
It's less and less. Honestly, the smartest thing that people can do is learn how to use debt to their advantage. You don't need a lot of it. Just start.
Well, especially in a low interest rate scenario, right? Or
like a line of credit. Will cut down. It's half of what a credit card is. I mean, you can go take $5,000 and invest it in Bitcoin all right now, or DCA over the year into it.
DCA.
And that will pay you more than what you are paying the interest payment on.
Yeah. You don't want to go all in on
No.
anything ever, because then you have first of all,
then
you always
you're stuck at that. Yes.
Exactly. Your entry is stuck there. So you always want to have dry powder, quote, on the sidelines to be able to buy more if it goes down. Because
when you have it's this 10% dip, right?
Right.
So
you want to be able to take advantage of the people who are scared and selling their Bitcoin because somebody said that Jeffrey Epstein invented Bitcoin.
Or the government. Yeah, the people who have been lying to you created the world's greatest transparency.
Oh, that's funny.
Which you can't falsify.
So yeah,
the blockchain.
So yeah, we want to do
the people who falsify everything created something you can't falsify.
We want to do really gross and disgusting things, and we don't want anybody to know. So let's create a currency that's completely transparent and usable for everybody to see what we're doing. Yeah. You guys, come on. Get onto the blockchain and understand how it works before you go and sell all your Bitcoin with absolutely no knowledge of how it works. It's completely transparent. That means everybody can see what's going on. Guess what? The people that it's going to affect the most is your government and all the corrupt criminals that are doing these things.
Yeah, the people who don't want it. Well, it's mind-blowing.
The United States dollar is the pedo coin. They've been calling pedo coin. U.S. dollar's pedo coin. Okay.
And what was it? Big drug dealer. Forget his name.
Escobar?
Yeah. What did he do? He burned $1 million in U.S. cash to keep his family warm.
Yeah.
Burned it.
Yeah, because that's what it was good for.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually had use case.
It kept them warm. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Now it's made out of plastic. You can't even burn it.
Oh no. Yeah. They're the ones who are. Yeah. But he has a ton of Bitcoin. Right? Because you would know that.
Anybody that's into how the world works and is plugged in, networking is everything, and people like that is whatever they do is what they do. It's your opinion. It's I'm not into any of that type of stuff because it doesn't make any sense to me. But they, regardless of what you think, their network is huge. Mm-hmm. So if anything's happening in the world, of course they're going to be into it. They're into the craziest shit. Yeah. They're into everything.
Yeah. These are global.
They're addicts.
These are global elitists. Yeah. Not your local.
They are addicts. It's disgusting. Lack control
on a global level.
Yeah.
Remember, global.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I get it, but the more you know, the more it makes sense that's impossible. Plus, all of a sudden, already go back to the first transactions that happened on the blockchain and just do some research. Yeah. You can see who's there and who's not there. Okay. The inventor of Bitcoin would probably be there, don't you think? And if JE wasn't there for a couple of years or whatever, it's obviously it had nothing to do with the invention of it. This is just exactly how
this is how works. This is how they get more Bitcoin.
This is how they get more Bitcoin, exactly. So
you sell it.
So the thing is that what I think is going to happen here, and now this is just a prediction from me, it doesn't mean anything, but for what I think is going to happen here is they are going to try and push something along the lines of this happening with the monetary policy. It is going to fail, and we are going to end up seeing a traditional bear market. Now, we might see pumps back up, and look at my little scribble here. At one point, we had a drawdown into a big retrace, but that's a lower high. So now we haven't really seen much as far as strength goes in Bitcoin at all since October. So there's a good chance that we either range somewhere in here and go sideways, and people think it's insane. Like, look at a POC is up here at like 90K, right? So we could, I thought we were going to get up to 100K here, but we front run it, and we only got to 97. And so even taking out 100K again could be on the table, but that you got to you got to be aware that that could be a lower high. This is why you DCA, because if you're DCAing, price goes up, great. Do you continue to DCA? Sure, why not? We haven't taken out the high, so you're not buying the top. As long as you're not buying the top, that's fine. And honestly, if you are buying the top and you're planning to hold for a long time, it doesn't matter anyways.
No.
Because you're DCAing, and that's your plan. So you continue to stick to your plan. Make a plan and stick to it, and try not to let your emotions sway you away from it. But what is likely to happen is that they're going to try and push for lower interest rates and more money printing and quantitative easing so that they can refinance their debt that they had to pull out in 2021 and not have to pay multiple trillions of dollars of interest. Yes, trillions of dollars of interest will become due. Okay?
Which means all of your taxes mean nothing.
Well, no, which means that they have to print money to pay it. So nothing means nothing. It's an official Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
Official. Even though it's ever since 1971 it's been official, but you can't deny it any longer.
No.
Okay? If you are a whole person that's against Ponzi schemes, it's like, guess what? The entire world is a Ponzi scheme. So you're going to want to find the best performing Ponzi scheme, or else you're going to go broke.
Bitcoin.
Doesn't matter how much money you have. Generational wealthy families lose it because they don't understand how money works. Because one guy in their great-great-grandfather, that's why there's a picture of him up in the wall in the study, framed big old,
He's
picture
the one
of,
who figured it out.
He figured it out, but he didn't tell anybody about it because he was too busy freaking doing shit. So his kids grew up spoiled, and none of them learned, and they had a bunch of money, and they didn't know what to do with it. So they tried to make businesses, but they all failed, and then they leave it to their kids, and then 3 generations, it's all gone. Right? So because the lack of education, simply because of lack of education, which I have a very lack of education. So don't listen to me. I'm just a guy on the internet speaking about pedo coin. Oh God, I can't believe people called it that. Sell
Did
it
they
all.
really? Oh,
I saw it all over the place,
even been
man.
paying attention. The only thing I've been paying attention to is how to get more dollars to buy more Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what else is going on.
Like we were talking about before this big drop even happened. It's time to provide value for your economy, for your community, so that you can accumulate assets.
But this is a perfect example, while Bitcoin is dropping, how they have everybody else distracted.
Yeah, well, that's just it.
There's so much going on right now that nobody knows. Bitcoin is on sale for 50% off right now, guys.
Yeah, and
it's Black Friday.
I honestly think there's a good chance that it goes lower.
Exactly.
But the thing is that.
But right now is still even a great time compared to.
It really has to do with the United States monetary policy and what they do. So we really have to pay attention to what goes on there, because the United States dollar is still currently world reserve currency. The entire world owes money to the treasury holders of the United States. And a lot of people ask about, like, oh, well, if the world's $38 trillion in debt, where's the money? Who's the money owed to? It's like the treasury holders. So the people that have been buying U.S. treasuries, right?
China.
Everybody at the entire world. Like, you can go on the website and buy them yourself if you want to. I think you need like a minimum of $1,000 to buy a treasury or whatever. But that's not something I would ever even worry about right now, because you're going to be your exit liquidity if you're buying treasuries now. So
they're all going to wind up like the banknotes from back in the day they don't mean anything.
Well, that's just it. Like it, and so they're just hoping
it's just going to be gone.
They're hoping that you'll buy it in just because. And so this is another thing that a lot of people don't really understand. The whole government bailout and buybacks. They're like, for instance, when Bitcoin was at 60K, or 61K, I tossed it in the group, boys, I'm selling everything and buying it back. And I did. Almost everything, not everything that I have on exchanges. Cold storage stuff, you don't worry about that. You leave it, let it be.
That's your build.
But the stuff that I have on exchanges that I trade with or that I do certain things with, and some altcoins that I've holding for whatever reason, who knows what happens. Don't worry about those. But anyways, if it's looking like it's, oh shit, it's 50% in the red, then sell it all, buy it right back. You're going to pay a little bit on fees, but then you have a capital gains loss, or a capital loss to a realized capital loss to offset your capital gains tax.
Not tax advice.
I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I should do should be taken as financial advice.
But it is great advice.
But I mean, it works, and it also opens your mind, or opens your eyes to why these companies go bankrupt. And then, oh wait a minute, they went bankrupt, but then they're back 3 days later. Oh, they just changed their name, or all the assets they own, all the product that they sell, it's all still there. What do you mean they went bankrupt? The store is still there, right?
How are the richest people in the world claim bankruptcy numerous times?
Exactly. So they don't pay taxes. It creates when they make a lot of money, they have to they have to offset that by losing money at the same time, but they don't care to lose money though. That's the thing, is they want to hold on to their assets.
Yeah, so they just sell it and buy it back, and they have the same amount of that asset, so just at a loss on the books for the government.
And then guess what? They cycle through, hold that till next cycle, then they take the gains off that. They have been DCAing the whole time, so the new money that they DCA'd with, they wait till that drops, then they do a buyback with that and do the whole thing over and over again. That's why we have the business cycle. That's why we have cycles in all markets. If it was just against inflation, we would go up and to the right with little volatility. But because we have tax law is the only thing, and dumb people, psychology, a bunch of other little things, we have volatility. And honestly, somebody like me that has understood how it works, I want volatility because I'm a trader. So
it's great. You need it.
I need it.
I can't do something that's just this stable anymore. I used to be into that. Gaining my 5 to 10%, which was literally just inflation. I wasn't gaining any value.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into the volatility where I was like, okay, screw the emotions. Look at what's happening.
Well, the thing is that it makes, like, volatility is profitable. Chaos is profitable. There's a reason why the world does all these things that people are against, and they don't understand why. It's like, well, I'm telling you why, because development is profitable, sustainability is not. No, and the best advice that I've read is be greedy when everyone else is fearful, and be fearful when everyone else is greedy. Yeah. Right now everyone's fearful, which is crazy because
you should be greedy as hell.
Bitcoin's still at $71,000.
I know. I remember your streams when it was 20.
Dude, like
20.
This $71,000 was like a local high for a year.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's no reason why something like this can't just happen again and we go sideways. We went up and sideways and then up, but we were in a bull market.
Yeah. Exactly.
Regardless of what you thought was going on, Germany selling their Bitcoin, blah blah blah. This was a bull market. We were making higher lows and higher highs, right? And now we've broken structure, and so we still have this inefficiency that we've been talking about for a while. This is kind of why I think it would make sense for us to come back up to 90K-ish range and come and test this inefficiency, right? So I am currently long. I've already taken some profits. I've already gone long again. I'm not currently looking for shorts trading at the moment, and if I do look for a short, it's going to be for a scalp, because the weekly is showing a buy signal for the first time. And let's see if it'll let us go back and see the last time the weekly flashed a buy signal. That is June 2022. It looks like the price of Bitcoin was somewhere around 20K, and we went a little bit lower. And
20K. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. And so, but we were just crossing over into the red. It was just flashing a buy, which is this green RSI here is flashing a buy. But that wasn't the end of the bear market. That was like kind of exactly what we were saying on I don't think it's this chart, but one of the other charts I have that said we are here a few weeks ago, and that was the pump before the continued drop. So yeah, I mean, like, this is when you start DCAing on a higher time frame. When we're in the red, you're DCAing, because it's not necessarily going to be just a one bounce and then we're back up to highs. it takes time for the oscillators to reset. The weekly is already getting quite low. This is another reason why I think maybe we need to spend some more time going sideways before another leg down. But basically, from a trading perspective, this is your value area here. So you're looking for longs down here and you're looking for shorts up here. And we're probably going to be able to play this range for months before the oscillators, give the oscillators some time to circle back up before coming back down and making another low, right? So, it's February, March, April, we're probably going to see some more volatility, and this is simply due to taxes because you have 60 days up until March 1st to, have anything claimed for taxes for last year, right? You always have your first 60 days as well as your last year's taxes. So what everybody probably did was the same thing that I did, and that's why Bitcoin has now gone back up after dropping from. So in 1 week, we opened at 76,677, and we went all the way down to 59K, almost say 60K, right? So we've got like a 15K drop, and then now we've got about a 11K buyback, all in 1 week before this weekly candle closes in the next 4 hours and 20 minutes, 420. So and not to mention, wicked into support. And now is looking like it's going to close back on top of support and top of the macro POC. Actually kind of bullish. Again, though, have to keep into mind that we are crossing over into the red, and this is typically what signals the official start of a bear market, and to expect a year or so of sideways and or downward price action, which is your accumulation zone, your best chance to DCA, lower your entry, and capitalize for the next bull run. But on a day-to-day basis, it kind of looks like this is a very quick move and it might need some relief. So this candle close is going to happen in another 4 hours and 20 minutes is going to be very interesting. I expect more volatility in the next coming weeks. And then I think probably after March 1st, and then we get into April, I bet you we see a pretty stagnant, dry, very low volatility summer. Now, this is best case scenario, because if the whole United States administration gets their way, because remember, just because the president wants to do something doesn't mean it happens. Okay, it's got to go through Senate. It's got to get, so many other things have to happen. A lot of people give the presidents way too much credit. It doesn't work like the media allows you to believe it works, okay? You should really do your own research when it comes to anything. But honestly, if they get their way, then rich are going to get richer and poor are going to get poorer, and it's going to get bad. Unfortunately, it's going to be good for those that have assets, but at some point, the greed is going to result in a massive drawdown, which will be devastating to a lot of people. So best case scenario, this doesn't happen. Best case scenario, Bitcoin doesn't go to 200K this year. Best case scenario, Bitcoin goes down to 42 to 38K, somewhere in there, and holds and stays sideways for a month. And a lot of volume gets transacted. We see a lot of buys coming in. And then by about October, November this year, we start to move back up a little bit, go sideways, and then 2027 is when things really start happening. But again, it's funny because as Bitcoin continues to move, we become less and less shocked by the volatility. So they do that on purpose, literally to bore you out. If they're not going to scare you out, then they can try and bore you out. You have to remember, this is all psychological tactics to get your Bitcoin. That's all they want to do. So they make you feel guilty, like you're holding a pedo coin. Sell that shit. You're a pedophile if you're holding Bitcoin. Like, are you kidding me? You're an idiot if you think that. Yeah, get out of here, man. Jeez, the only thing that's actually has potential to save and sustain the human race in a digital era that we would like to live in is Bitcoin, man. Wake up.
And you would know that the blockchain is actually very private. It's not blasting your face and your name everywhere. It's numbers and letters. Obviously you can figure out big players by watching what they do, if the news is reporting on it and such things like that. But if you don't believe that your bank is feeding the government every little thing that you do on your debit card and credit cards, you're a moron.
Yeah.
You are. Just,
Well, and
you don't have any privacy in anything you are doing.
yeah, privacy's been gone for a long time. You have to really understand that, unless you're living off grid. But even then, like, they have satellites all over the world that can see
Yeah.
the entire world at all times. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of cooked one way or another. And it's funny too, because a lot of these guys that claim to be like nomads and like living off grid, it's like they're still posting themselves living off grid. Like, how do I know about you if you're off
Yeah.
grid, bro? What?
Meanwhile, he's
Come
got his
on, man.
5G tower
Come on.
right beside him.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. But anyways, like, that's not something to be worried about. Honestly, it's something to embrace and learn about, because blockchain technology allows you to own your face, own your voice, get paid if somebody else is using it without having to have a third party that you have to pay to collect royalties, which is a very popular thing in all things these days.
Oh, middlemen, yeah.
Middlemen,
They all
middlemen,
want your
middlemen.
money. Then they're good for nothing.
Anything that's on the
you
blockchain.
eliminate them, it's perfect.
Yeah, anything that you publish on the blockchain, you have to have it linked to a crypto wallet of some kind. NFTs, whatever it is, it's going to be linked to a crypto wallet, and it will collect master royalties for you automatically. So you will have that crypto wallet, and if you have a viral meme that you posted on the blockchain, or a viral video that you posted on the blockchain, you don't have to wait for Meta to pay you. You don't have to wait for
And for them to hold your money,
right? You
because
don't, and then
they said
it just
you did something wrong.
Instantly, when somebody wants to share it, repost it, do something with it, they have to. The money will go directly to the blockchain, and you're like, okay, well, where does the money come from? The money comes from the people who are buying ads to blast in front of your face, which is all over the place, by the way. If anything's put in front of you, you play a video game, you know what an ad is, right? And people have to buy those ads. So anytime you see, I don't know, what King Games or Candy Crush, whatever the hell the games are that people play, those people, those companies are paying to have those ads blasted in your face. So that there's so much money on the internet. All the money is on the internet, really. So don't worry about where the money comes from. The liquidity is vast on the internet. So you need to understand that you need to use the blockchain to your advantage, because there's no such thing as privacy. So you may as well make money off of it. You may as well have it sustain you, or understand at least how you can do that. Because what do you think is going to happen if you don't? They will take advantage of everything. It'll be on the blockchain, and it'll go directly to them, and then they'll give it to you afterwards. Don't let that happen. Get ahead of the curve. Make sure that you understand how the blockchain works so that you can get directly paid. A lot of the people that control the world right now are C students, middlemen that don't want to work. They just want to be the shifty salesman. Right? So the only time they do work is when they were trying to figure out how they can get in between on a deal, right? How they can make money off of you. You're the one that's providing the value. Don't let them be shysty, man. Like, don't be lazy and learn how it works, or you're gonna get taken advantage of, right? Nothing actually changes. It's just changing shape or form. Yep. The world and psychology and humanity, it's all gonna be the same thing. It's up to you to learn how that you can take control of it for yourself. Whether it's the digital era or the analog era, whatever you've grown up in, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. There's going to be people that are going to try and take advantage of you. With the blockchain, you can make it so that's impossible, and then you get every penny.
Yeah, it's all verified. It has to be verified by every other wallet. I mean, it's insane, the security behind it. Right? I mean, if you're stupid, it's easy to scam somebody to get them to just send you the stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But that's the thing. You have to actually enter in the address, which is insanely long, and press send.
Yeah.
They can't just log into your account and take it unless they have your
seed phrase.
Yeah.
You have to be vigilant.
Right?
Okay,
so,
it doesn't matter. You're going to get taken advantage of in this world if you're not vigilant. So you just have to understand that this is where the world's going. And if you don't adapt, you will get taken advantage of.
And blockchain, it's incredibly safe. It's now been around for over 20 years, and there's never been an illegitimate transaction on it.
Mm-hmm.
How many illegitimate transactions have gone in your bank in the last 20 years?
Yeah, well, even the last 20 days, man. Like, it's just, I actually had my credit card information compromised just before Christmas.
Oh,
the same credit card number that I've had for, I don't know, since I probably got a credit card for the first time. Maybe the second one I got after like changing reward points or something. But it's like, it's so funny too, because I don't know how. And it was just like all of a sudden somebody in Ohio is using my credit card. It's like, what? And they're buying vitamins.
And they're not even buying anything good.
It was so weird, man. And
Well,
it's like,
at least
well,
they're being healthy.
whatever. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
with my card, like, or with the app, I just locked the card instantly. Gave the bank a call. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll cancel those transactions and send you a new card.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. It's funny. It's like it happened on like December 20th or something. And I was like, okay, no credit card over the Christmas holidays. Good thing I paid for my entire Christmas holidays in October when Bitcoin was at all-time high.
That's right.
It was actually funny. I thought it was pretty funny. But it was just like, I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. The reason I'm saying that is because it doesn't matter. Like, people are going to try and scam, take advantage, whatever. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
that would not happen on the blockchain. It
No.
cannot happen on the blockchain. You are you on the blockchain, and that's another thing too. When it comes to AI, you're gonna need to be understanding how to be a part of the blockchain, or else AI will just take your personality and be you on the blockchain.
Well, and it'll be 20 different yous too. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
not just gonna have one thing of you.
Yeah.
You know,
So you need to take your domain, which is you.
Own yourself in the digital world.
Yeah. Yeah. You really need to learn how to do that. You are an NFT, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't take advantage of yourself as an NFT, somebody else will. And the thing is that, like, again, this is nothing new, and really surprises me that people are so scared of it, because it's like, well, think about back in the day when people were mining for gold. Okay? People were mining for gold, and if you left the gold mine early, you're going to get freaking hijacked, because people knew that you were leaving early because you found gold. If you didn't find gold, you'd still be there. Right? So, like, it's just this is how it works. And the reason that people were doing that is because it was valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So why were people trying to steal your Bitcoin? This is fucking valuable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
If
they
people are
wouldn't
trying
be
to scam
you for nothing.
Exactly. People don't try to scam you to take your trash. No, they want to scam you to take your value. So if people are trying to scam for it, it's a clear sign that it's valuable. And somebody understands it more than you, maybe. Maybe that's time for you to think about, maybe what's going on here.
Why don't I know about this?
Yeah, why are they trying to take this from me? I don't even have any of this. Like, that's another thing too, is like they can steal your identity and then make an exchange, make it a profile on exchange, and it's just like,
No, it's wild. Just quit watching the TV. The newspaper and the TV are all controlled by what they want.
the same companies that control.
Yes. They control everything, and they tell you and feed you what they want you to hear. There are tons of people out there who do their own research.
Yeah.
And you should be one of them. Everyone should.
The people at the very top are probably someone that we'll never get to know about, but
No.
under them is the bankers. The bankers own the corporations because the corporations borrowed money from the bankers, and so the corporations owe the bankers the interest, and then the government borrows money and is owned by the corporations because the government, everybody in the government are traders, or they're traders and investors, right? So they want to be part shareholders of these companies. So the corporations own the government, and then the government tells you what to do at the very bottom. And it's like, anybody who thinks the government is anywhere near the top has got a lot of research to do, because that's not how it works whatsoever. We're supposed to be electing these people to control things, but it's like, hey, guess what? They're all controlled by the same people, who are again controlled by the same people, who are again controlled by the same people. So
And now everybody is just starting to kind of figure that out.
Because
eh?
everyone's starting to get to a point where they have nothing to lose. And
I
that's
know,
what they fear the most. And that's why a lot of the times they're going to try and be like, okay, well, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, to try and make it, they don't want people to have nothing, because when people have nothing to lose, they become the most dangerous.
Well, and when you have a whole bunch of stuff to keep you occupied, they can be busy screwing all their own little things and doing their crap on their islands, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody
Absolutely
said was a conspiracy, and oh wait, it's all true.
Yeah, and that's
so we could have put an end to this 40 years ago, but we turned a blind eye.
Well, that's not only that, is that they were able to buy the lawyers and cover things up. Now with digital blockchain technology. You can't do that stuff anymore.
Yeah,
people like lawyers. People like anything that's
the middlemen that screw everything up.
They're the ones that are losing the value. Like, they're losing the ability to provide value, because there's no they can't do anything against the modern day technology.
No.
There's nothing that they can do. They can't hide these books anymore. They can't wash this stuff anymore. They're obviously going to try and figure ways around it, and that's why we're seeing Bitcoin being suppressed, right? Because everything that's happening right now is, traditional bear market, maybe, but it's manipulation in both directions. They want Bitcoin to go down so that you're scared, and then you sell at a loss so that they can buy it up right away, right? And we've talked about it before. It's like,
again, makes zero sense.
It is the single best asset technology that humans have ever invented. And if you don't understand that, then it's your time to learn and take advantage of it, because, it's before too long, it's not going to be as easily accessible as it is now, because the people that the people that control a lot of the decisions, they want to maintain their way of life, and this is a big threat to them. So, you really got to take advantage. Now is your chance. Now is our chance. And the thing is like, you don't have to be violent. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be mean. All you need to do is educate yourself, understand how it works, and then opt out and you can live separate from the bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even exist in everybody else's world anymore. I got my own little world that's
it's actually
it's quite insane.
It's quite amazing how all of us in one world and one universe can lead completely different lives. Like, insane, man. Like, there's people who are like, it's madness.
No, I know, because it's very hard to converse with just people nowadays, because everybody thinks it's somebody else's problem to fix, and it's not their own to go out and provide for themselves anymore, Look
up the song Madness by Daniel Kingsbury, and I think it's a song that he wrote when he was like, I don't know, 16 or 20, somewhere in there. And I heard it years ago, and I don't know, I probably heard it 10 plus years ago, and it didn't mean much to me then, but it's crazy because I heard it again just recently, and I was like, oh my God, dude, he's speaking to me even now. He's been hasn't been with us for 10 years now, so it's crazy, but like his legacy still lives on, and if anything, it's stronger than it has ever been. And he understood all that stuff when we were teenagers, man. And it's like, dude,
a lot of those bands, like,
I would love to have conversations with him now, like the things that we could talk about. It's like, he opened my mind to just the beginning. He's the one that opened the door for me. I had no idea how any of the world worked at all, but he was the one that, like, cracked the window, cracked the door, and let me sort of see the light of how the world actually works in the back
It's not
office.
The way you were brought up to believe, right? I mean,
No.
Unfortunately, your parents teach you that because they don't know any better, and it takes that one person in the family to break out of that.
Well, unfortunately, our parents, their generation was one of the worst, because the TV was invented as they were growing up.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole
just believed
agenda
everything on it. Yeah.
Exactly right. Like that whole agenda was they were the guinea pigs of where we are now, right? Okay, well, as long as we can get that, if we can get them in front of that screen 24/7, how can we? That's been the goal. Like, come on, you think Mark Zuckerberg came up with Facebook?
Of course he did.
Come on.
No, he stole it.
Come on. Come on. Well, it's things like that. Like, you got to understand that there's a clear narrative of the control basis of humanity. Like, it's obvious with technology. Remember, we have entities on this world that are more technologically advanced than us. We know this. We've known this for a long time. And now people like us, everyday people, get to make their own TV shows on the internet and use AI. What do you think they're doing?
I know. The technology we have is not the technology certain other people have in this world.
No, it's
we are so far behind. If we are being allowed access to create videos just by typing in words,
imagine what they're doing.
Whatever they're doing is absolutely insane. You can't even think of it.
99% of everything is engineered, right? Like, there's only certain things, and actually, arguably, I was going to say there's only things like natural disasters and stuff like that humans can't have, but apparently they can do that now. Yeah. Apparently they can cause
they can manipulate crowd.
Right. And it's way deeper than you will ever be led to believe. You always have to do your own research. And I think it's probably a good show today. Hopefully you found some value in the show today. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're going to probably play some Golden Tee for a bit here before we go watch. I'm going to go watch some sports, I think. I don't know what Andrew's doing.
Yeah.
But
I got some other things I got to get.
Yeah, you don't care much about football, do you?
No, I'm not much of a football guy.
That's fair. I don't really. This will be the second game I've watched this season, so the last one was the other Seahawks game for them to make it to the Super Bowl. So I'm stoked for baseball though. World Baseball Classic starts here in a couple weeks. I think it's just after the Olympics. Actually, I guess one quick side note about the Olympics. I gotta say this: the fucking Olympics, man. I tried to watch them. Tried to watch the Olympics for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes yesterday morning, and all there was just freaking drug ads.
What?
Like this stimulus this and this fucking, I don't even know, I can't pronounce any of their names. I have no idea what any of they all have 40 lists of 40 side effects. You get to watch the Olympics for 2 minutes, and then you have 5 minutes of sponsor commercials, and then it goes back to the Olympics, and then all of a sudden there's a commercial right over top of the freaking guy's face. What the hell? Like I was like, no, I'm out. I couldn't do it. But like, honestly, I had me thinking.
It's because they need to generate money.
Well,
they hit their max profit now.
The thing is and that's it, right? So they've already positioned themselves into these companies, so they blast it so that people will buy it. Call your doctor today. It's like,
Yeah.
What? You mean call your drug dealer? Like, fuck
Yeah.
that. Go back to the days where it was beer and cigarettes.
Goddamn right.
That shit's probably better for you anyways than any of that shit they're trying to stab you with now. Like, come on, man.
100%.
Oh
100%.
man, you guys, don't be putting that crap into your body, man. Just get an old-fashioned Lucky. No, do not drink, folks. It's bad for you. This is a neurotoxin. You should not do it. The only reason I do it is so I can fit in with society and actually handle people.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's so you can forget about the Bitcoin accidents.
Yeah. No. I mean, I try to find a happy medium. I definitely found myself in an era a few years ago where it was like, man, it's really hard to hang out with people. But I don't want to be a total square. Like I could totally sit and do this stuff and probably make a lot of money, but it's like, well, what would I be sacrificing to do that? What would I be missing out on? I'd much rather, I'm a very social person. I like to talk. I like to go out and network too. Like, I really like to network with people. So
yeah, I love meeting new people and stuff. It was great when I was doing that for a job and learning. You learn so much through networking.
Absolutely,
right?
man.
I mean,
Absolutely.
that's where you meet the people.
You never know what you're gonna learn when you talk to somebody, right?
Yeah.
You never know, and I am so intrigued by that. Like, I talk to homeless people in a
oh, they have the most interesting stories.
It doesn't matter who they are. If someone's exactly right. And honestly, it's like a lot of the times those guys are there by choice too.
Yeah.
And it's
because they're pissed off at the world, right? How it's become they've been pushed down so far.
And I mean, worst case scenario, you're gonna learn that you're never gonna talk to that guy again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna learn something, and that's or
you're gonna be stuck there for a half hour listening to the guy because he won't shut up.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's me though. So me and him just go forever.
Yeah.
And I'm totally into that too. I enjoy a good conversation. I like having chats with people that have different perspectives and learning, man, and just learning everything that I can, because everybody's been through something different. Yep. So I have no problem sitting there and listening to people. I mean, you can tell pretty quickly if they're saying the same thing over and over again and it's going nowhere. It's like, okay, man, love ya, peace out. I got to get going. My cab's here, whatever, right? Like, you can get out of it if you need to, but like, I find myself holding long conversations with people often, especially when I'm out drinking. So it's just like, the social aspect of everything is definitely worth it all in itself. But of course, I drink way, way less than I did ever before, like maybe a couple beers a week these days. But like, yeah, back in the day, it was a little bit more.
Well, yeah.
But I don't drink to get drunk. I drink to socialize, right? And if I'm drunk, I can't remember any of the things that I talked about last
you
night.
don't want that.
So it's more important to me to remember the conversations and the interactions that I had with the people. And like, when I went to Seattle to watch the Blue Jays game there when they were in the playoffs, it was like I met so many people. I talked to so many cool people, and I still talk to a lot of them through Instagram and stuff like that. So it's like, it's super cool. Like, I don't know, like that's much more intriguing to me than just getting wasted. You know what I mean? I was drinking the whole time I was over there. We were partying. We were meeting a bunch of people. We were having a blast. But I wasn't just slamming beers, shotgunning beers, and just like, it's all about getting drunk. It's like, no, I have a beer in my hand, but I'm also eating a burger.
It adds to the environment, the atmosphere.
Drink a bunch of waters. Right, I want to stay coherent because I'm not here to get drunk. I'm here to just actually network and socialize and have a good time. And waking up in the morning and forgetting everything you did, well, it's like, well, why the fuck did you do it? What was the point? You don't even remember anything. You didn't get nothing out of it.
I had such a good time.
All you got was a hangover out of that, right? Like, that's another thing. I haven't been hungover since forever, so it's because I don't, you just don't need to drink that much. Just have a couple beers and then have a couple waters and then have some food and then have a couple more beers, right? And just keep it going instead of just drowning your body in alcohol.
It's the only thing you're going to serve yourself.
Yeah, as soon as your nose starts getting plugged up, your ears start getting hot, stop drinking, man. That means you're dehydrated. Mm-hmm. And then freaking rehydrate yourself and drink water for a couple hours. And if you start to feel better again, you should always be able to breathe. You're not, your sinuses should never be plugged up. If you like start to feel like you're sick, that means you're starting to be dehydrated. So don't dehydrate your body, man. This is This is the
It's your
most valuable
temple.
asset
Yeah.
that you get in this experience of human life that we have, right? Like your soul is a
Is a digital being
it's a
on the
forever-
blockchain.
yeah. It is a simulation. I mean, it would make complete sense. I wouldn't deny it if somebody told it to me and they were 100% certain. I'd be like, sure, why not?
Oh, I'd believe it at this point. Hell, tell me anything. It's like, you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
it makes a lot of
insane.
sense, right? If you just look at the progression of video games now, it's like, well, yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
can
virtual
see how
reality. How
Exactly.
would this not be virtual
exactly
reality?
right. It could just be over and over again the same thing. So it's just like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie where we're in a dream, in a dream, in a dream, in a dream.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just keep doing it.
Oh no, you know what, man? I took a hit of something. I'm gonna be knocked out for 5 seconds, but it's gonna feel 80 years in this life,
Yeah,
right?
could be.
Yeah,
Could
it's
be.
one of those.
Could be. All right, let's get into the golden
Yeah,
tee.
let's play some golf here.
We're getting a little bit deep here for these
This isn't
people.
a conspiracy channel. It's Bitcoin. DCA.
Yeah. We're going to watch for the United States administration and to see how they are going to approach quantitative tightening, quantitative easing, monetary policy to really see where the markets are going to go next. I do believe that this drop was meant to happen simply because money has been taken out. The market is maturing. There's a lot of people that have been in a long time and they want to take profits, and they are totally due to take profits, and they're totally it's worth it for them. And so let that happen. Let that happen. That's just an economy. It's a market. That's how it works. It's supposed to be a free market. People can take and buy from it as they please. Over time, though, we know that the dollar is going to zero. So you need to hedge yourself one way or another. I am going with the future of humanity hopefully succeeding, and that is Bitcoin. And if you are going with precious metals, that means that you think that economy is going to collapse.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for barter, because nobody's going to buy your gold.
No. Who the hell wants to haul around a bunch of physical gold?
Yeah.
I'm taking my Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, do some research
No.
for your own self, and always don't trust, verify. All right, peace out, folks.
See you later.
See you on the next one.
Tea
Peace.
time.
This button? I recommend putting your opinions aside and learning how to think logically.